Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Devil May Cry 5.
Again, huh? Better alone anyway.
And it's time for us to play as Nero, because Dante has run off. Again.
Oh no!
So this is, of course, a mini flashback of how Nero was able to save V. So it looks like Nero actually had a pretty challenging undertaking.
Crossroads. Which way should I go?
In this part of the underworld. Dante just like dropped through holes, but Nero's got to go through spikes and all this other crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh, I know, right?
And he's just human. He can't take a lot of beatings either. Like, one little prick of that, and it's like Impale City for Nero.
This feels like it might have nicked him a little bit there.
Yeah, well, Nyx is fine. It's the full-blown, oh, I'm stuck in these things. Ow. And ow. Okay, yeah. I saw it. He got hit. And remember, people, you can run away from enemies as long as you are not, like, locked into a room. This is classic Devil May Cry goodness.
Oh yeah, so you don't have to defeat all the enemies unless you're locked in.
Yeah, if you're locked in, then you have to, you know, fight to survive, but... Woohoo! Let's see if I can get a better score with Nero for the first time, because I haven't really gotten an S rank with him that I could think of. It was Dante the reason why I kept getting, like, SS.
Well, yeah, his fighting style is just like... It just feels like it just flows so easily and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's our cat meowing in the background.
Well, Zelda never meows, so... Zelda! Oh, yes! That was fun. It almost looked like I threw the dude into the spikes, which would be awesome, but I believe that the game doesn't really, you know, make use of the background in that capacity.
Oh, okay.
That'd be pretty cool, though. Maybe a future Devil May Cry game, like, throw an enemy into spikes and have them taken out.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
That would work in Castlevania.
Oh, yeah, I saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah, well, I didn't pay attention to the... There we go.
Okay, there we go. Good job, Nero.
And we don't really need that arm because we already have an arm.
Oh, man, it is so... This is so crazy.
That double jump comes in handy, doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
Yep, definitely. Defying the laws of physics, double jumps.
Oh boy. See, now we have to fight.
There's some happy coffins there.
Yeah, they're pretty happy. Oh, this thing battled Dante. Dante tried to get a shave from that. Now, I don't know if it's just because he is getting older or if he just didn't feel like shaving, but he's got a lot of stubble, like Dante did.
Oh, okay.
And then I noticed that his devil transformation also had a beard now. Whereas before it didn't. It looked like a much younger version of him.
Yeah. Maybe it's like he just gets obsessed with work and then he forgets to shave. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, also, have they been down here a long time? I mean, like, it's hard to say. I guess they've just been down here like a week or something. I don't understand.
Well, based on all the Devil May Cry games I've seen, it wasn't until DMC 5 or 4 that Dante started to kind of grow some facial hair.
Oh, okay.
Like before, he looked kind of immortal. Like there was really no change in how he was.
Oh, yeah, like he never aged. Yeah.
Well, we got an A rank that time.
I bet if Dante like shaved, maybe he'd look a lot younger again.
His face looks kind of older. His face actually looks very similar to the voice actor.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yep, that guy's been voicing Dante since Devil May Cry 3. He's
Wow.
a pretty interesting guy.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Well, I always kind of like the Dante voice from Devil May Cry 1 and 2. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I like both of them. It's kind of like, okay, because I was listening to some clips from the other. It's like, I like the original a lot, but it's like, well, they found a pretty good replacement. It could have been worse. So...
Yeah, I don't really remember who did it first, and if the guy who does it, I think his name's Ruben or something, if he's the same guy who did the DMC anime, which is, again, canon, people. So if you want the full Devil May Cry story, you have to watch the anime, because there are characters that are introduced in that show up in kind of Devil May Cry 5. Morrison did. Although they changed Morrison's race, but it's still the same guy who's voicing him, I believe.
Oh,
Sorry.
interesting.
I mean, I would have got a dude that sounded like Morgan Freeman, but that's just me. Oh, you're gonna block our path, huh? Well, sucks to be you.
Yeah, didn't you just go behind him?
Never
No,
mind. There we go. Good idea. No shield back there. That's smart, though. I mean, if you're gonna have the underworld protected, I mean, some dudes with shields, it's gonna slow them down a little bit.
I just cannot imagine anyone voluntarily fighting their way through the underworld, going in there voluntarily. Like, I would never want to go.
Well, it's Dante's job, and if Nero's gonna take over, then, you know, he's gotta learn sometime. Although I'm pretty sure, I don't think Nero really went into the underworld. See, what happens at Devil May Cry 4, which I'm a little sketchy on the details, but both Nero and his girlfriend Kyrie end up being fully kidnapped by the demon cult that worshipped Dante's dad. They went full-blown crazy, and they kidnapped Nero because he had a little bit of demon blood, and they planned on getting rid of him to open the door to hell. Something like that. So Dante, even though he fought Nero for most of the game, he ends up saving everybody. So Nero kind of takes a back seat.
You want to know a fun fact or no?
Depends.
Alright, well, it's pretty tame, but basically...
Tame for you is not necessarily tame for other people, so just get on with it.
Okay, fine. Just basically, like, all over the world, like, there's different places where people say is actually, like, places like caves that are so deep that actually go down to the underworld.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I've heard that.
It's actually, especially like in Greece and stuff like that.
Ooh. See, my gauntlet is doing some pretty cool stuff. This is an awesome ability for helping with comboing. Ow, unless you get hit. I get hit way too much. Go Nero.
Wow, that was a pretty cool move.
Yeah, it was. Oh yes. It's one of my favorite gauntlet, like, abilities, or devil triggers, whatever you want to call that thing.
B for bodacious.
Yeah. Come get some.
I'm gonna make up my own letter.
Dang it. Be gone, that's right. You want to mess with me? Well, then you're gonna not be around. There we go. Oh, so satisfying.
Wait, Nero has like a whip thing, or no?
It's one of his devil triggers. Remember, he gets different arms because he doesn't have an arm anymore. So she keeps making him new arms, and every like monster we defeat, we are able to harness their power and activate it using our demon blood.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Like, playing with Dante and Nero, like, is pretty cool, but I'm kind of glad they added V because it's like it kind of mixed up the gameplay a little bit.
Changes the perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
Most Devil May Cry games you play is either Dante, Virgil, or in this case, Dante or Nero. This is the second game to have Nero, and I believe he has a more prominent role in this.
That thing is walking with legs coming out of its mouth.
Yep. It's gross.
Yeah, I thought it was eating something the whole time, and I was just like, why is it not eating it? It's like, that's itself.
Delicious.
But, like, in some games, do you play as Trish or Lady?
Yes, they are usually DLC. Devil May Cry 4 allowed you to play as Trish, and if I'm not mistaken, at the end of Devil May Cry 1, you can unlock Trish. I think. Or maybe that's Devil May Cry 2. I don't remember. It's been so long. So long, so long. Although I need to make sure that I finish up the anime by the time we get to Devil May Cry 3 and 1. Although if I'm not mistaken, Devil May Cry 3 is not a super long game. It's just an incredibly hard game because Japan kind of messed up the difficulty when they brought it over to America. So the American Devil May Cry, the third one, which is one I actually wrote for a publication, I'm pretty sure. I remember reviewing it. Everybody had the same sentiment that the game was incredibly hard. In fact, I don't know if Capcom did it on purpose or something, but there's a part in the game where if you die 3 times, it will unlock the easy mode, and the easy mode is not as easy as you think it is.
Wow.
So one of the big differences with Devil May Cry 5 and 4, I believe, is you have the option of using like these golden orb things that pretty much resurrect you on the battlefield, where some of the older Devil May Cry games, when you died, it did let you continue, but you would continue at your last checkpoint. So usually before the boss, not during a boss fight, not after chipping away at the boss's health, you have to start all over again.
Oh my gosh.
And you would have to learn from your mistakes.
It sounds like every old game ever.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Devil May Cry games were not easy. They were just fun. They're fun hack-and-slash games. And I don't think I'm going to have any problem with DMC 1, because I did beat that game on its normal difficulty. I never had to worry about easy mode. I believe they added easy mode for the special edition. And Devil May Cry 2 is so easy that you could probably play it on hard and you won't really notice that much of a challenge or a difference.
Oh, okay.
Because Dante is so OP in it. Alright, so what other arms can we get? I like the ragtime one, but I'm specifically getting arms that Nico is recommending. See?
And they keep breaking, right? Or
well, yeah, they're always going to break. They're not a permanent arm. They're a replacement arm, and also we have that ability to self-destruct the arm too.
oh, that makes sense why Virgil knew about his arm, because he's his dad.
Yeah.
That's even worse, thinking about his own father doing that to him. And leaving him there bleeding and stuff. That's just...
Yeah, the figure was using the Yamato, so it's definitely Virgil. There's only a couple people in the world that can use the Yamato. I
So
believe Dante could use it, too.
He almost killed his own son then, basically. Or he tortured him.
Something like that, yeah. Well, I mean, he kicked him away and he took his arm, but yeah, he could have bled out.
I don't think that's very nice.
Well, Virgil's not a nice guy. He doesn't really have humanity anymore. V is the most likable version of Virgil I've ever seen.
Yeah.
See, we're not locked in, so we can keep exploring and make up some time.
Oh, did Virgil choose to be cold and heartless the whole time, or did he just, was his personality or something?
After his mother was killed, he changed quite a bit because he blames Dante for the death of his mom. That was a big point of their confrontation in Devil May Cry 3. And he doesn't hate Dante.
It wasn't actually Dante's fault, though.
Dante's his brother, but they have kind of like a sibling war type thing.
Why doesn't Dante just be like, hey, my mom put me in the closet and she went out to look for you, so it's actually
You know what?
fault.
I don't think he's ever said that to him.
He should, because then he'd be like, oh, sorry. No, he would never say sorry.
No, probably not. I mean, I don't even know if it would change much.
Virgil reminds me of somebody I know in real life. Who, like, cannot let things go and turned into a person full of hate. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Of course I do. I know a couple people like that, though.
There's only one I know that's that mean, though.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, never mind, maybe a couple.
Fighting demons here. Ooh.
I really hope that Dante ends up with Trish, though, at the end. I don't think it would be fair for him to just marry any girl that he just met at a birthday party or something.
Well,
or
it would be, the whole Patty thing would be really weird because...
No, I don't like that.
Like,
it'd be too weird.
She's been pining over him since she was 10.
It's just a crush, though. Trish and him have history.
Trish literally died for Dante.
There you go. Then there it is right there.
But some people count them as like more like siblings than actual like a couple. Most people
How
put
are they
him
siblings. She's from the underworld. He's
according to a lot of Devil May Cry fan groups and sites. A lot of people ship Lady, who I don't like.
Oh no!
I'm not a fan of Lady because she's kind of crazy. And there was a girl in Devil May Cry 2 who Dante showed some interest in and saved her life, and she was like this ninja type lady, but I didn't like her character. She was just very bland.
I still ship Trish. I think they're meant to be together because they're made for each other, literally.
She was literally made in the image of Dante's mom. Like Mundus made her. Ah!
Gotta pay attention, sweetheart.
Sparda's king. But you're nothing more than an empty shell with no power. You are as weak as your flesh. Human.
Creepy.
Hey, we're tougher than we look. But there's only one way to find out.
I will enjoy this.
That's her friendly pet.
Creepy unborn bird.
Yeah, it is like an unborn bird. A bird that's never fully born. Well, we're in Heck, so...
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm pretty sure that, this lady was a boss in Devil May Cry, either 3 or 1, or she at least appeared. She's one of Mundus's, generals or followers, acolytes, I don't know.
I have to say, she looks so creepy that she's so cool looking. But this bird is making me have nightmares. Like, I do not like this baby bird. That's...
Makes me glad that I can't have chicken.
Oh, speaking of that, I got a turkey.
Oh, yay!
I'm gonna try to make chicken or
Ugh.
turkey and clouds, or turkey and dumplings.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I only have one shot at it, so.
That sounds delicious, actually.
Well, I was figuring, you know, I could spend a bunch of money on frozen dinners or junk, you know, with whatever. Or I could just get a turkey and try to make an actual recipe, and hopefully it'll feed us for like a week.
Yeah, it would. Okay, this is not... Oh, come on! Oh, wow. Okay, where are you going now?
I went through a portal.
Yeah, we did go through a portal.
I don't like this baby bird. It's freaking me out. You know what it looks like? Something from the Dark Crystal.
Ah, yeah.
You know, they're redoing that movie now. That's what I heard. Or they're doing a sequel or something.
Wasn't Bowie in the original? I think he was. No.
I think he was.
No,
I don't know.
He was in that Maze movie. Labyrinth.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Labyrinth.
Oh, Dark Crystal was one of the most horrifying movies I ever saw as a child. I could not...
Did it have that animated
nightmares.
puppet?
Well, they mind controlled the little puppet people, and their eyes got all like glazed over, and their mind was gone.
I remember watching that movie when I was a kid.
That was disturbing.
All right, round.
In fact,
oh,
I get chills even thinking about it. That was more disturbing than this game.
Ooh.
That should not have been a children's movie.
You know, I'm actually surprised. After the reboot, I really thought that Devil May Cry games were gonna get really gory and... Oh, no. No. Is this our first continue?
Oh, sorry. I started talking to some weird stuff.
Dang it.
Alright. I won't distract you anymore.
That's it.
What is the baby bird covered with? Like...
Ooze.
Like...
Dried blood.
Umbilical fluids. And
probably,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, oh, gross.
Did I get it? Okay, that is freaky. Kill it!
Don't want to give up the ghost, do you?
Get her, Nero. Man, I wish I was playing as Dante right now. She'd be dead by now.
Yeah. Because Dante can move, like, he can do more hits at a time. Faster.
He can also switch between various weapons and things like that. I mean, give Nero time. Nero can definitely come into his own. Brud.
I think they do that on purpose to show that Dante is more seasoned than Nero.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nero, again, only a quarter demon. Dante, half demon.
The thing is, though, even though his arm is gone, like I said before, he's got a quarter demon blood running through his veins, so he's obviously stronger and more agile than a normal human.
Well, a normal human could not survive this type of beating.
That's what I'm saying, like, he's not just...
Ooh!
Like, she's acting like he's just a human, but he's not.
Oh, come on! Stupid chicken! I'm gonna fry you up! Hold still! Ugh. Don't call me a fool. You keep using that term, but I don't think you know what it means. Die!
Oh my gosh.
Did he? Ah! What the? Seriously! Ugh. I think that was our first death, technically.
Even Nero's like, oh.
That's how he has that much power left.
Oh.
You can come out now.
V don't look so good.
Nope.
I guess I owe you one.
Easy there.
You should turn around. Your body's not gonna last much longer.
That I cannot do. I must go.
Damn it, V. Don't push yourself. You need some rest.
I must go to where Urizen is.
Oh, I think he wants
Why?
to
Why the hell
I
do you
beg
have
you. This is my last request.
Fine. Dante's definitely gonna beat us there.
Oh, yeah, especially now.
Oh yeah. I don't like seeing him get all crumbly like that. It's weird.
I think he wants to reconnect with Virgil.
Maybe. He is Virgil.
I know, but I think he wants to reconnect with Urizen and make Virgil again.
Other Virgil.
Yeah, no, I think he wants to make his...
Oh.
I think he wants to make his body whole with Urizen. And morph back into half demon, half human.
No hard feelings, guys, but this is my gig. Trust me, Nero. This one's gonna be a little too much.
You're gonna need Nero's help, I'm pretty sure.
Back to Dante.
Also, how is Dante finding all these easy ways down?
Alright. It's Dante time. Hooah!
All right, this is the real deal. Full speed ahead.
That's right. Dante always finds the most fun paths.
Yeah, what in the world? Like, he's not even showing Nero. He should give him a phone call.
GPS.
Like, I thought they had phones or something, like...
No, not really.
Or, like, send him a psychic message. I don't know, just tell him that there's a different path than all the spikes he's going through.
I haven't even seen people using, like, mobile phones in this.
I know, right?
Might all take place in the 90s, I don't know. 80s or 90s.
It might. Yeah, it would be helpful to have a mobile phone down here, just in case you get lost.
The only phone that I've seen that is kind of portable is, Nico has a car phone, and car phones were big in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Car phones. Oh my gosh, that was such the craze back then, and then... I mean, I never had one. My family never had one, but...
my dad had one.
Really important people had one, I guess.
Because he had to, when we lived in New York, if he had to go on call to, like, the Albany hospital or something, he had a pager and he had something else. Like a car
But it's
phone.
like, how often is a person in their car driving from place to place that they would be there to answer the phone? It's just so weird.
I don't really know how it was, but I mean, if you become like a hospital chaplain, they're on call quite a bit. Yes! Oh, come on, Dante, you can do it!
I wouldn't want that job.
No, I couldn't deal with that. That is sick! Savage!
Sick.
That's savage, but
I'm
that's fine.
making it up.
Dante is so fun to play
I
with.
want Dante's coat to be redder. I think you should go on a mode where you can make it that you're different.
They really needed to add other costumes because Dante has like a plethora of costumes from his previous games. I think that would have been great nostalgia.
You know what would be cool is if you could go on a mode and color his coat any color you wanted to.
See, we keep finding so many of these golden orbs, and as I showed you guys, if you are near death and all your vitality is gone, you use a golden orb, and it brings you right back to the boss fight. Now, I don't know if it's just for human difficulty that they do this, or if they do it for all difficulties now, but like I said, in Devil May Cry games, you don't have that luxury. Usually, you can continue, but you have to continue at your last checkpoint.
Alright, I have a weird question, but this is gonna be weird.
Right. Oh, yes.
It's kind of weird. So, Dante's part devil, part human, right? Part demon, part human.
Well, depending on who you talk to at Capcom, he's part demon, part angel.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Part angel?
Yep.
What are you talking about? Isn't he part human?
Capcom can't decide if he is both, because, like, sometimes Ava is just a human woman that Sparda fell in love with, or she was an angel that Sparda, like, battled alongside, or something.
Okay, well, my question is the same then.
Okay.
So, like, angels and demons are like spirit beings, so they don't actually need food? Like, they use other kinds of energy to have sustenance and stuff like that? Like, so... would he be able to go a long time without food since he's not a human being?
Yes. He would, because in this game it shows that he was gone for... he was in a coma for about a month. You know, after Virgil knocked him through that window.
Oh yeah, and he didn't have any food and he just got up.
He was fine.
Yep.
In Devil May Cry 3, the only thing you see him eat is a pizza, but the bad guys don't really let him eat his pizza.
So, the way he would fuel his body would be the same way you fuel a hybrid car, basically.
Yeah.
Like half and half. Like he could eat
you could say that.
part of the time, but he doesn't really need to eat as much.
Dante keeps changing, like, how he was, though. Like, in the anime, he loves strawberry parfaits. In the video games, he loves pizza. And something else.
Hey, who doesn't love pizza?
That's true.
You love strawberry parfaits.
I do.
Well, you love any kind of parfait.
I do. Oh yeah! There we go. It's on! Oh, I kind of wasted it. So, reminder people,
Nice
you just
job.
hold in the R1 button, like, to charge up your devil trigger meter, and eventually you will morph into the final demon form.
We have yet to see his final form.
No, that is his final form.
Oh, that is his final
There's been a lot of different, like, demon cloak abilities that Dante's had over the previous games, but this is the first time that I can think of that he goes full-blown. Aside fighting, when he fought Mundus, something happened and he transformed.
Oh my gosh, that's a person there. Or something else.
It was something. But remember, the red orbs are important, so I gotta do what I gotta do.
I know. Yep. That's what I say in cooking class.
Now, how in the world am I supposed to get that? I can't fly or anything.
Shadow was like, that's kind of like my...
No! Oh.
Does your final form look like Dante's?
Dang it.
Shadow?
Well, there's a blue orb up there, people. Good luck getting it. I messed up. I can't get back up there.
Thank you for showing us where that was, Kwings.
Right, yeah, no prob. No prob. So right now, I am charging up my demon powers.
I think you're supposed to Indiana Jones it, like go on a rope and then swing across.
And I know you guys might be tired of seeing the motorcycle, but I really like the motorcycle weapon.
Tired of seeing it.
It's
awesome.
It's the funnest way to get S rank.
This is one of the coolest weapons ever in any game.
It's go time!
Whoa.
Notice how the Devil Sword Dante pierces me and then transforms me.
Alright, I have a question though.
Yes!
If Dante is stronger than Virgil, why is his demon form smaller than Virgil's? It doesn't make any sense.
Right now, Urizen is the... They explained it how V, pretty much, when he separated, he had his weak human form, and his demonic side took over, and it pretty much, you know, turned him into a full-blown demon.
But he wouldn't, like... But you even said before that, like, if you're half demon, you're actually more powerful.
Yeah, but he's using the same playbook that Mundus used, so Mundus got bigger too. Like, he's using the tree to feed on all these human souls and all this blood, so that's why you saw him in the throne room connected to that stuff.
So creepy.
It is. It's incredibly crazy.
So really, like, if he's feeding on whoever's blood, he's kind of responsible for killing all those people in reality.
Oh, of course. I mean, he doesn't really care about protecting the human world. Virgil's always wanted power. Dante wants to protect people and just let people be people. Doesn't really want to interfere with the human world, but he doesn't want it eradicated because his dad loved it so much.
So...
And Virgil has always wanted power.
Why does Virgil want power, though, if his dad worked so hard to fight against
Because if he was more powerful, then his mother wouldn't have been killed.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's a Japanese thing. That trope is a very common in a lot of male protagonists in anime, where they seek to be stronger to protect the people they love.
But he's not protecting anyone.
No, he's full-blown crazy now.
Yeah, like, who is he left to protect? Why doesn't he try to protect his brother, Dante, then?
Isn't it interesting that this part of hell would be frozen over?
Onward and downward.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
It's like that thing when hell freezes over.
Kind of.
Like, oh, you know, the Cubs will win when... Never mind.
That's already happened, so,
I know.
Yeah.
Or the Red Sox will, you know, whatever.
Red Sox are a dynasty, so is,
I know, they didn't used to
Patriots.
be. Yeah.
Nope, it wasn't until I moved to Massachusetts in 2004.
I know. That was crazy.
I know. Brought the luck of the Irish.
Thank you, Luke. You brought the luck of the Irish with
There you go. Well, I think that is going to conclude today's episode, guys, because usually there are several of these little statues, so this is the first one we've come across. So this is going to be our first ever cliffhanger. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Join Dante next time as we explore more of the underworld and try to find Urizen. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys with more Devil May Cry tomorrow night. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!